Hi everyone and welcome to the Quadrangle Fanzone featuring the 2020 Tokyo Olympic coverage. For the next fortnight and a half, we will bring you the best of the news, the spills and thrills of the much-awaited 2020 Games, including the action surrounding our very own Sri Lankan athletes. Yesterday's big news was that the Olympics will once again head down under as Brisbane won the rights to host the Olympics in 2032. It was not too long ago when Australia had to host the Olympics in 2000, when Sydney became the host city. Now, as you may know, last year's Olympics were postponed a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a development which is still causing headaches for the organising committee. In fact, the main talking point is not the Games itself, but rather the COVID situation in Japan. As of Wednesday, there have been 71 infections identified, with some of them being athletes. Now, with 11,000 plus set to compete this year, it is definitely not an easy task for Tokyo. The head of the organizing committee for the Asian countries Games, Toshiro Muto, mentioned that 11th hour cancellation has not been ruled out. We will continue discussions if there is a spike in cases, Muto added via Sky Sports News. This makes sense following the decision to ban spectators from visiting the events. So a lot depends on the safety and health of the athletes. Now, moving on to matters on field. Although the opening ceremony takes place on Friday, the 23rd, Tokyo 2020 unofficially kicked off yesterday, the 21st. Softball, which makes its first appearance since the 2008 Olympics, and football were the events that were on display. There was one newsworthy headline that stood out in particular, and it involved the 5-time Women's Football World Cup winners, Team USA, when they lost 3-0 to Sweden. Surprisingly, that was the same country that eliminated the US in 2016's Games as well. Keeping to football, Marta and Formiga of Brazil's women's team created history as they became the first footballers to score in 5 different Olympic tournaments and appear in 7 consecutive Olympics respectively. Now, there were also reports of a goal fest from Japan as Netherlands women's team thrashed Zambia 10-3. Yes, 10-3 to break the record for the most goals scored by a single team in a women's football match at the Olympics. As for today, the shooting event fires off as it becomes the 3rd event to commence at this year's Games. As for our Lankan Lions, Sri Lanka will not be in contention until Saturday the 24th, when Tehani Egodavela takes part in qualification in the shooting event at 5 AM. So make sure you get some early sleep in on Friday night. We are absolutely delighted to have Crysbro's Next Champ campaign on board with us for this special Olympic segment as well. And that is it from us for this opening roundup. Hope you enjoyed it. We will keep you updated on all things Olympics for the next fortnight and a half. My name is Kavinka, and along with Lavanya, who you will also be hearing from in English, Sanduni, our Sinhala language presenter, and from everyone at the Quadrangle team, take care and see you tomorrow.